Holding the hand of the pupil. Will Durant gives a concise account of Emile by Rousseau. Quote, Rousseau began by rejecting existing methods as teaching, usually by rote, worn out and corrupt ideas, as trying to make the child an obedient automation in a decaying society, as preventing the child from thinking and judging for himself, as deforming him into a mediocrity and brandishing platitudes of classical tags. Such schooling suppressed all natural impulses and made education a torture which every child longed to avoid. But education should be a happy process of natural unfolding, a learning from nature and experience, of freely developing one's capacities into full and zestful living. It should be the art of training men, the conscious guidance of growing body to health, of the character to morality, of the mind to intelligence, of the feeling to self-control, sociability and happiness." Unquote. Rousseau divided the educational career of his pupil into 3 periods: 12 years of childhood, 8 of youth, and an indeterminate age of preparation for marriage and parentage for economic and social life. In the first period, education is to be almost entirely physical and moral. Books and book learning, even religion, must await the development of the mind till he is 12. Emile will not know a word of history and will hardly have heard any mention of God. Education of the body must come first. So Emile is brought up in the country as the only place where life can be healthy and natural. In words of Rousseau, quote, "Men are not made to be crowded together in ant-hills, but scattered over the earth to till it. The more they are massed together, the more corrupt they become. Disease and vice are the sure results of overcrowded cities. Man's breath is fatal to his fellows. Man is devoured by our towns. In a few generations, the race dies out or becomes degenerate. It needs renewal and is always renewed from the country. Send your children out to renew themselves. Send them to regain in the open field the strength lost in the foul air of our crowded cities." Quote. Quote, "Encourage the boy to love nature and the outdoors, to develop habits of simplicity, to live on natural foods. Is there any food more delectable than which has been grown in one's own garden? A vegetarian diet is the most wholesome and leads to the least ailments. After proper food, good habits, and then let us lay it down as an incontrovertible rule that the first impulses of nature are always right. There is no original sin in the human heart. Never punish your pupil, for he does not know what it means to do wrong. Never make him say, 'Forgive me.' Wholly unmoral in his actions, he can do nothing morally wrong, and he deserves neither punishment nor reproof. First, leave the germ of his character free to show itself. Do not constrain him in anything. So you will better see him as he really is. However, he will need moral education. Without it, he will be dangerous and miserable. But don't preach. If you want your people to learn justice and kindness, be yourself just and kind, and he will imitate you. Example, example. Without it, you will never succeed in teaching children anything. So intellectual education must come only after formation of moral character. At the age of 12, intellectual education may begin, and Emile may read a few books. He may make a transition from nature to literature by reading Robinson Crusoe, for that is the story of a man who on his island went through the various stages through which men passed from savagery to civilization. But by the age of 20, Emile will not have read many books. He will quite ignore the saloons and the philosophies. He will not bother with the arts, for the only true beauty is in nature. He will never be a musician, an actor, or an author. Rather, he will have acquired sufficient skill in some trade to earn his living with his hands, if that should ever be necessary. In any case, Emile, though he is heir to a modest fortune, must serve society manually or mentally. The man who eats in idleness what he has not earned is a thief. Unquote. So startlingly revolutionary was Emile, so open in its attack upon the evils of society and of established Christianity, that a decree was issued for Rousseau's arrest. Emile was publicly burned on 11 June 1762. Rousseau had already fled to Switzerland. Nonetheless, this remarkable book set some standards for the good pupil and the good teacher, which can inspire us even today.